Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here once again looking ahead to today's slate for the 5th of January. Once again, hopefully you guys did all pretty good last night. If you guys did avoid Sacramento, well, you probably profited. Well, if you didn't, well, you probably did not profited. And unfortunately, we did have three Sacramento guys. Our lineup was looking crazy good, and they just did not perform, unfortunately, for us. So that definitely did suck. They ruined a very good lineup. Um, but besides that, in the last 3 days, we are still 2-1 in our main lineups. We'd love to have you guys come join us. All you need to do is hit us up on our Twitter, and we will definitely get you all set up. Just follow the link. Click the link down there below, and lead you right to our profile on Twitter. So definitely hit us up. And as normal, if you do go on to like the video, leave a like. I definitely do appreciate it, and also hit that sub button as well. We will be doing NBA Fanduel lineup advice videos almost every single day, and 36% of you guys do not follow me. So why not hit that sub button? Definitely would help me out a little bit, and definitely would appreciate that. So anyway, we got a 5-gamer today. Let's dive right into it. We got Utah and Brooklyn. We have a 231 and Brooklyn by 2. So the big one in this one, obviously, Kevin Durant's out with COVID protocols. So that's a big one. About a 30 to 32% usage rate left on the table right there. And 231, that's actually really, really high for Utah here. So this should be a pretty good one. Right away, Kyrie Irving's going to be very popular for good reason. Karis LeVert should be popular as well. I don't mind a little bit of TLC. He hasn't been doing crazy good, but that's obviously with Kevin Durant in the lineup. I feel like if Kevin Durant's out, which he is, I think TLC could get you about 24, 25 points. His usage rate will definitely go up a little bit as well. So I don't mind going that way. Small forward Joe Harris, definitely worth a look. 25 to 27 is what I got him at here tonight. And Jared Allen, another guy that doesn't play a ton of minutes, but his usage rate is solid as well. 5,800 is getting up there a little bit for him, unfortunately. I do think he gets maybe 2 to 3 extra minutes in this one to help, help with Durant's absence in this one. So don't mind a little bit of Allen. A little risky, but I do think he could be half decent. And surprisingly, Utah on paper struggles DVP wise against centers, so definitely worth a look. On that Utah side, I'm not too into Rudy here. Bojan definitely a wild card play. He had two absolutely trash games, but those two were actually against good defenses, Phoenix and LA. And obviously, San Antonio, not that great of a defense in a faster paced game, and he had 35. So, as we know, not too afraid of the Nets' defense here early on, up pace. But like I said, Bojan, he can absolutely screw you. But this is a fast pace, as I mentioned, and a lot more shots available. So you can look at him. He's risky, though. Royce O'Neal could be worth a look. Might get you 24-25. Mitchell as well, don't mind him. Brooklyn struggles against like the shooting guard small forward combo right there. So fast-paced game. This could be the game that Donovan Mitchell does break out. But like I said, it's Donovan Mitchell. Next we got LA and Memphis in this one. This is a rematch from just a couple days ago. So the big one here is DeAnthony Melton. Looks like he's going to be back. He did not play on Sunday. They wanted to get his conditioning up a little bit, but this guy definitely can get you about 20 to 25 here. I think he's going to step in, play 25 to 30 minutes. They kind of need somebody, and he's a really good, guy that gets a couple rebounds and really good assist as well. Really don't mind a little bit of DeAnthony Melton. I do expect him to be a little bit chalky. And that's really it. LeBron's questionable, but the dude's probably going to play. So I'm looking at LeBron and probably DeAnthony Melton as my two guys that I'm going to go to in this one. Minnesota, Denver, 227, Denver by 12. So Minnesota did keep up with them pretty good last game for the most part. Let's go look at the DVP here for Minnesota. So they struggle against point guards, centers, and shooting guards. This number right here, this 146, this is out of 150. So 150 is literally the worst possible. So what they do with this 146, they take all these numbers right here, field goal percentage, so on and so forth, and they combine it into one. And so, like I said, the worst you can have is a 150. So they struggle really bad a bit against point guards and centers. Minnesota does. And we kind of saw that last game. Jamal Murray absolutely went off for 51. Usage rate's definitely going up. As I mentioned, Michael Porter Jr. is out once again, so that's why his usage rate's looking pretty good. 20 and 22 shots in his last two. Murray's feeling it here. Yeah, I do like him. A little worried about a blowout, but I still think he gets you 35 in a blowout. But I do like Jamal Murray. Beasley Russell GPP for me. Naz Reid, he didn't get the start. I was a little surprised by that. Still had the same minutes, same usage rate, so he's kind of a GPP play for me. One guy I don't mind is Jermichael Green. Porter is going to be out once again. And this guy, his first real game was against Phoenix for the season. Only played a couple minutes trying to get him back into it and into his conditioning. And then obviously against Minnesota had 27 minutes, had a 22% usage rate. So Jermichael Green, I think they like him. He's kind of a smaller power forward, a little bit more versatile than Paul Millsap. Shoots the three ball a little bit. So yeah, I don't mind Jermichael. I think he can get you maybe 20 to 24 in this one. 3,900, I definitely think you can take a shot with Jermichael in this one. Just want to clarify that Porter's out. So yeah, it looks like he's going to be out. Will Barton, maybe 29 to 30. His usage rate did go up last game, so he is worth a look as well. And Jokic, don't mind him. Only bad thing with him is his turnovers, unfortunately. But triple-double for sure for him. But like I said, the big thing in that one, will this game stay close? And yeah, it's definitely looking like it may not. But if it does, you're looking pretty solid. San Antonio and the Clippers. So another game that could be a blowout. That's the only thing I'm worried about. But if it's not a blowout and San Antonio plays them close, Paul George and Kawhi obviously are in play. The Spurs do struggle against that shooting guard small forward area, so I don't mind either one of those guys. Paul George, he's just looking so dang good. And but like I said, this game needs to stay relatively competitive for him to play minutes. Last time in a blowout, for the most part, against Minnesota in Portland, only played 28 and 29 minutes. Still hit value against Portland, but if it's a blowout, he's only going to play 29 minutes or so. So definitely keep an eye on that one. And then obviously Kawhi, he's a solid option as well. I think that's mostly it. I don't really have anyone else. Ibaka doesn't play enough minutes for me. And yeah, that's mostly it in that one. Moving on to our last one, Chicago and Portland. We have a 234 in Portland by 10. So let's go look at the DVP for whoever shows up first. Chicago. Let's go look at Chicago DVP. Shooting guard, point guard, and centers is where they struggle the most. So obviously Lillard, McCollum, and maybe Nurk. But the dude is just so awful here early on. You could take, once again, a GPP wildcard play with Enes Kanter. That's the big thing with him, is he could either suck or absolutely go off for you. So 5,200, you're taking a kind of a expensive risk for him to go off, but if he does, you're looking pretty. Even in limited minutes, this guy's usage rate is pretty solid. 8 for 12, usually doesn't shoot that much or that accurate, so that's the only big thing with him. But like I said, that was against Golden State. I get the game before. Bad one, but he only played 11. So Chicago, another team that's not that great and fast-paced, so Kanter could be worth a look. But like I said, definitely carry some risk. Thaddeus Young, maybe he breaks through here. He's been absolute trash the last two games, but those have been blowouts. This one could be maybe a little bit closer. Portland is playing pretty good, though, so definitely keep that in mind. Otto's definitely worth a look at 53. Like I said, I really do like McCollum and Zach LaVine. I don't think I can get McCollum in there though, man. His price is 8,900. He's playing solid. He's way better than he was last year. So look at him. Lillard 92. He's not really doing a ton. He's had one or two good games. Still shooting the ball quite a bit, but I'm just not sure what's going on. Obviously, McCollum turning on hurts him a little bit, but still, he's put up pretty good real points. Just not getting a ton of rebounds, it looks like. So, only downside with Lillard. Let's go look at that Portland defense. Like I said, they are one of the worst teams so far early on against. Overall against the offense. My goodness. So we got small forward, shooting guard, point guard. That's where they're not too good at. So Zach LaVine and Kobe White are in play. Only if they keep this one close. That's the big if. But if they do, I think they're worth a look. Definitely not a must-have. I mean, you got Kyrie and Karis LeVert, so don't know if you really need those guys. But I do like Otto Porter, and I think that mostly sums it up. So let's go put in a couple guys for you. So right away, I'm going to go Kyrie. I really do like him. Everyone else is going to like him as well. I don't mind going this combo right here. Irving Murray, like I said, if you're worried about the blowout, which definitely could happen, you could go down to Kobe White if you want, or DeAnthony Melton if you really want to do salary, which isn't too bad, but I just think Murray could have a good one. But like I said, blowout concern. Looking at shooting guards, I'd probably take. Shoot, I don't even know. Paul George and McCollum. I think Santonio could maybe keep it close, maybe. But McCollum, that game's a lot faster pace. So honestly, it's a coin flip for me. Moving down here, Mitchell's at GPP wildcard play. LeVert at 6,100 is definitely a free space. And then you got TLC. Not like a Sherlock, but I still think his usage rate does go up a little bit. So he is worth a look. Gary Trent, I was high on him last game. He did not look too good, but his ownership will probably be less than 5% here. And against Chicago, definitely worth a look. Again, he was absolutely terrible, but still played 31 minutes. And if this one's a blowout, definitely we'll get some extra minutes as well. Or maybe not extra minutes, but extra couple shots without Lillard or McCollum out there. Small forward, I do like Leonard over LeBron. If you can afford that, Will Barton, Otto Porter, both those guys are worth a look in the mid range. Joe Harris, if you want to go cheap at 46, usage rate will definitely go up with no Durant. Moving on to power forward, not a good selection. You might have to be forced to play Davis here. You got Thaddeus Young, but like I said, I really do like JaMychal in this one at 3,900. And then that center position, you got $6,700. You definitely could look at Jokic, Jared Allen, and his Cantor could come into play. As we know, he's a GPP play, and that's kind of what we're looking at there. So, like I said, that last shooting guard, probably go get a Paul George or a McCollum at that center position. You could always go down to Allen or GPP with Enes Kanter. I'm not really into Rudy or Val. And then obviously, if you want to spin up for Jokic, you can, but there's just not a ton of value in like the power forward center position. So that's kind of the spot where you have to spend up a little bit. And I think that's mostly it. What's that gives you? That gives you $6,700. Like I said, Colin and George, the two main guys that I'm looking at if you're spending up, and maybe Clarkson or TLC as well. And then, like I said, small forward, you got Joe Harris for a little bit cheap, or Will Barton. I mean, if you go that way, that gives you 7,500 to go spend up and go get some guys. So that's what we got going on. As normal, if you do go on to like the video, leave a like. I appreciate it, and also hit that sub button as well. Like I said, that definitely does help me out quite a bit. And if you guys want to get in on main, we'd love to have you come join us for that or our 150. Like I said, we are now 2-1 in our last 3 days for our main slate. Last night, like I said, we were looking pretty dang good. We had a solid core. Just the stupid Kings just absolutely, screwed us. So unfortunate, but it happened. So that is it. Like I said, follow us on Twitter. That will be down there in the comment section below, and also hit us up as well. And I think that about does it. So once again, thanks for watching, and we will see you guys here on the next one.